I wasn't planning to come back for a couple more days, but sometimes something happens that's so alarming. You must lend your voice to it. And this moment in history is one of those times. I want to say that up front. I know how some people are going to take this conversation, especially when they hear me say that I'm here because not only am I spiritual, but I'm also a realist. And those two things live comfortably inside me. Some of you will call me a hypocrite because of that. I do not care. Go on with you. What I do know is that I am in really good company because some of the biggest advocacy giants relied on their beliefs, relied on their faith in order to inform their advocacy. For those of you who say I no longer live in hope, I want to say that that isn't true either. I just believe that hope is actionable. So yes, what happened today should concern you, even if you're exhausted, even if you don't watch global politics closely, even if you believe that some of this is going to get resolved in midterms. I'm not getting into the politics here because I know two things can be true. Maduro can be a horrible human being. The United States still did something that was unconscionable and illegal. What matters here is precedent. This is where my read of history comes in and why I'm a realist. Because history tells us that authoritarianism will not stop. I've seen all kinds of takes, and I agree with a lot of them, especially the ones that say that this is a testing ground for what can happen here in America. But here's what I also want to say, because I am not returning here to scream into the void anymore. Authoritarianism relies on instability of supply chains, in food access, in medical supplies, fuel prices, in the power grid. This is not fear-mongering. This is pattern recognition. So when I tell you to prepare yourself, your family, and your home, I'm doing so not from a place of panicking. I'm not a prepper and I don't live off-grid, but I am being practical. If you do not have a network, create one. For some of you that might be church, but I am telling you right now that if tomorrow morning, if Pastor Billy Bob just tells you that God will handle all of this, you need to turn around and run. As you can, stock some canned goods, store water, have basic first aid. These are the basic things we do to prepare for storms, the what ifs in our lives. And let me say this clearly, elections matter. Voting matters. But let me hold your hand when I say this. The midterms are not going to save us. Voting matters. Do not put words in my mouth. I am not arguing with you. I am simply going to block you. And of course, I recognize and celebrate the Democrats who are actively working to dismantle the Christian patriarchal structure upon which our government is built. But you know as well as I do that most are playing politics, waiting their turn, and just hoping that the system saves itself so that they do not lose their own power. Refusing to prepare for this moment isn't you being optimistic. I think it's you being irresponsible. I'm not asking you to panic. I'm asking you to be courageous. Because what I'm not going to do is outsource my family to just hope. I don't think you should either. Pay attention. Care of your people. Stay connected to community. If you don't have a community, get one. If your church isn't helping to prepare people, you're in the wrong place. No hysteria. No denial. Just calm, take a breath, and prepare. I have shared some of what I said today on other platforms and people are asking for what I've done. I will come back soon and share that. But for today, I'm going to leave it here. I've missed you.